Do you remember when we went to T4 on the beach?
Yes.
That was bizarre. That was really bizarre. I think we'd done one series of the Inbetweeners.
Yeah.
So most people didn't care about us at that point in our lives. And we went to T4 on the beach. It was miles and miles away. Western-super-Mare, wasn't it? So far away.
Yeah, we were with the Skins cast.
We were with the Skins cast, and we were on this bus on a coach with Skins cast, EastEnders cast, and the Gladiators. The Gladiators was around at the time. And
they always wear their costume as well. I did Celebrity Weakest Link. Not Weakest Link, one of them. Was it Weakest Link? It was Weakest Link.
Was it Ramesh doing it?
Yeah, it was Ramesh.
Yeah, that's Weakest Link, that one.
And the Gladiators were on after us, and they were just all in their leotard. I was like, can't they let you?
Well, no, they're always ready, mate, in case of emergency. That's what happens. You if you dial 999, they'll go, what services do you want? Fire, ambulance, police.
I know,
Gladiators.
of course, Gladiators. They haven't got time to pull up. They take ages. They take ages to get on as well.
You got to talc up and stuff.
Yeah,
but I remember we arrived. It took us about we left at like 4:00 in the morning or something stupid like that. I remember that. And then we got there, and one of the Skins people, I didn't really watch Skins. I was in it. I keep forgetting that. I was actually in an episode. I was in like a scene of Skins.
You in everything at that time.
I was.
There wasn't. You were another thing as well.
There was lots of stuff that I just popped up in, and one of the cast from Skins, they were like, right, this is where we're getting off. And I remember he got off the bus and just went, let's fucking have it! And just sprinted off into the horizon. And I never saw him again. Never saw him again. Can't tell you which one it was. I don't know which one. The problem with the Skins lot was, I mean, I think they were playing their age. Like a lot of them were like sort of 14, 15.
They were just a load of children.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh, well, I don't know about that.
We were like, they had a pipe and we were like, calm down, boys. But one of the...
That's a bit much.
I remember when we went to the first comedy awards.
Yeah.
Which was great. That was one of my favourite days.
It was amazing, that. And I remember that because I wore it completely the wrong clothes.
Right.
They were like, it's white. They were like, it's black tie. And I was like, come on. So I was wearing like I wore a plaid shirt.
Is that right? I don't remember that.
Yeah. And I was framed out. When we won, they just went,
right.
And I wore a plaid shirt and stood back.
Right. But how old was you when we were doing...
Like a shepherd.
When we were doing... So the first series, what was you, like 22, something like that?
I turned 23 on pretty much the final day of shooting.
Right. I was 19.
Maybe I turned 20. No, I turned 24 on the final day of shooting.
Fucking hell.
I was already old. I was already going
I must have turned 20 or something while we were doing it then.
You were the only one.
I was still a teenager when we started.
The right age. You could have. Well, you famously you were in Skins.
Yeah.
If I was in Skins, I would have had to play like a teacher. Or something.
Absolutely. But when we were by the time the show had gone out, we were all definitely in our 20s by the time that first series had gone out.
Yeah.
And when we were at this awards, the comedy awards, the Skins cast were there as well. And I remember one of them coming up. It was the little fellow with the glasses. Nice chap.
Yeah.
And
he's a bit of a weed smoker in it, isn't he?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Yeah, he is. Yeah. He came up to me and he was like, it was really nice. He was really saying just how much he enjoyed the show. And in between us, I was like, oh man, thank you. And he went, oh, and by the way, if you want a drink, and he like pulled back his suit jacket and he had like a hip flask. And he went, let me know. And I went, well, there's a bar there. I can just...
No, but if you want specifically...
I was like,
but you want specifically this?
I was going, but they're free. They've got like an open bar. Like, it's brilliant. Like, it's great. And I think he thought I was a 16-year-old.
That's amazing. That's so good.
But we went to,
and that's just a bottle of anything he's got from his dad's. So I don't know what it is.
It was neat Robinsons.
Yeah.
It wasn't watered down at all whatsoever.
It was.
We went to Western-super-Mare, but I remember when we went, we did a bit on stage.
Oh, God.
And it was just one of those situations where if anyone was on stage, all these kids were going to go mental. And they were going absolutely mental. And then when we came off this stage, we had to go through the crowd. and there was these massive security guards that they held hands and formed a circle around us.
Yeah.
And it was like, whoa, fucking hell, this is nuts. This is mental. Like, is this what it's like to be famous? Like, this is insane. And then as we sort of got a bit away from the stage, the security guards just slowly released and just stood away from us, and just realised that nobody was like coming after us or wanted to grab some of our hair or something like that.
What were we doing? What did we do on stage? What is this thing you just get on stage and
I
be
don't know, like throwing things out to
hello!
people? Yeah.
Well,
are you all having a good time?
Yeah. And
I can't hear you.
Yeah.
You can do better than that.
Yeah, it is. No matter, you kind of think, you see people on stage going like, oh, that was a bit disappointing. Yeah, like you can do better. And you're like, oh God, that's so lame. If I was on stage, I'd say something much cooler. And then you're on stage and you're like, who's on? You can do better. Like, there isn't, that's all you can say on stage.
You become sort of a footballer doing a post-match interview. You just say the same stuff all the time.
We had Ronnie Irani in our school once. It was quite sweet because we were giving him one of them big checks. And don't know what for.
Was you Rudd Hull?
Obviously, yeah.
Roy Hudd.
That's what
was it? I'll get those mixed
That's what I had planned. So that's now.
That's ruined.
It's in my head. It's the beak. With that. And he went, I might have the accent wrong, but I feel like he did have this accent. He went, "Thank you for the check. I'm going to, I don't know why he'd have a West Country accent. I feel like he had a West Country accent. I'll take this check away from me, with me. Obviously not in my pocket because it was big. And we were like, quite good.
Yeah.
And then he went, anyway, thanks for having me and thanks for the check. Obviously won't be taking it away in my pocket. We were like, you did just do that.
You've done the same joke again.
It was good.
Yeah.
And I've been there. If it's what you've got, it's what you've got.
Yes.
And you're doing it. You know what? I'm doing it again. You can't say nothing. I have been on stage.
Yeah.
And literally said nothing.
Yeah.
People don't like it, man.
No, they have a problem with that.
Yeah.
Don't like
you
that
can't
one.
just. Yeah.
The waving.
It's just the waving. Yeah. Wouldn't matter if it was a little bit ripped. It's a little bit.
Cretin.
And he doesn't even rip it.
No, yeah.
That's what's so good. He's like, no, that'd be fine.
You should probably get that dry clean. Right, anyway. Speaking of which, right?
Yeah.
I've been loving, just to sort of, we banked a load of episodes. This is the first time we've sat here.
Yeah.
In, about 2 months or something?
We've had a big time off, haven't we?
You were off away.
I grew a moustache and then got rid of it again, and now just out of...
it's coming back again.
It's come back again now because I didn't have time to shave this morning.
It's fine.
I say this morning, middle of the day.
Yeah. But I love the comments.
Yeah.
Specifically, what I love about the comments as the episodes have been coming out is our shared between us and the viewer.
Yeah.
Viewer, listener.
Well, they're viewing, aren't
Audience,
they?
yeah.
Some of them.
I don't know why.
Audience.
I don't know why people want to look at two people in a chair.
Don't knock it.
I actually have got a bit used to it now.
Two girls, one chair.
Yeah.
I'd watch that.
Do you remember when we were supposed to watch that in the Inbetweeners?
Yeah,
and they wanted it
I think we spoke about that, didn't we?
I don't know if you have.
We've not spoke about that.
They wanted
so.
the beginning of the Inbetween. This was our.
I know
this was our. This was our audience. This was our audience.
This is what the people like.
It's what the people want.
This was our.
I'm not interrupting.
I think a lot of the comments were things like "Shut up, Lily May." And
Yeah, I'm zipped.
fucking hell, going in for Lily May, which, by the way, I won't stand for because you know
it's one of my favourite bits in the stuff we've done was where we're talking about the trenches or something, and then Lily May goes, "This is the Christmas episode."
Yeah.
So
let me carry on about the comments. Our shared love of the XFM shows.
Oh yeah,
especially.
Yeah.
I will just say this because I think I mentioned that, like, I've got all those XFM shows and I got them years ago, and I went to some dodgy website to try and get them.
Yeah.
Like, and I even wanted to listen to them again recently, but the only way, because I don't have that laptop that I downloaded them from.
Yeah.
The only way I can listen to them is through an old iPod that I've got.
Yeah.
Because they're all on that iPod.
Yeah.
They're on fucking...
They're on Spotify.
Yes.
Yeah, no, they are on Spotify.
Yeah.
No, I know. This was a very rare example of me being.
I mean, it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant.
This was something I knew about technology that you didn't know. I was like, they're on Spotify. They were.
I messaged you about it.
Yeah, they were on YouTube, and they were on YouTube. They've been uploaded by a guy called Man Moth. Go call himself Man Moth, which is a reference to when Carl thinks that
Man Moth.
And they're like, "What do you imagine?" He's like, "She's got a little head." And they're like, "What does he look?" He's like, "Just quite surprised." Surprised. And then so they're on YouTube, and there was a little community there. So the comments underneath on there were like, they're all really nice. Like there was one bit where one guy had said, the only time I've ever seen somebody apologize for a previous comment that they've made, and somebody literally went on saying like, "Oh, I'm really sorry, I put some stuff last night. I was like a bit stoned and like I just wasn't really with it, and like I'm just really sorry. I'm not really like that." And everyone was like, "That's all right, mate." I was like, I think that's the first time that's ever happened on the internet. It was extraordinary, and I think people listen to it to like. Just to kind of soothe them. It was a lovely community. It was a lovely community. And yeah, now they're on Spotify. But yeah, that is. It's funny that you were saying.
I just wish.
I
don't think I'd maybe explained enough how I thought that they were these lost episodes, and I was like, "Fucking hell! So many people have listened to this. We found our audience. This is great because this is so niche." Like hardly anyone I've ever spoken to really like. They know the Ricky Gervais podcast and stuff. Sure.
Yeah.
But the old XFM shows. And I did have the XFM did put out like an official thing. It was like volume 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
It was just like best ofs. And it wasn't there was like loads of great stuff missing.
It was such a small selection.
But someone could have gave me a heads up in the comments, is what I'm saying. Just going, Buckley, it's quite easy to listen to them nowadays.
Yeah. It was a bit like you saying you had access to like some Beatles records.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Kind of,
some first prints, first copies of.
I've got a mate in America who sends the vinyls over.
Yeah.
Wasn't there an entire genre of music in like Crew or somewhere that was literally just based on the fact that somebody who lived there had a friend in America? This is like the 60s.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
It was called like Dance Hall or something.
You just can't appreciate that. You cannot appreciate that. When the Beatles, when you listen to old interviews of the Beatles and stuff like that, and they talk about how music, unless it was jazz, how music just like you couldn't get it. It was so unobtainable, and yet it had to come from America. Like it had to be someone had to have a contact in America to get it shipped over and stuff. Anyway, what are we doing?
Well, I actually think, just at risk of upsetting myself, but you were going to talk about the Two Girls, One Cup.
Two Girls, One Cup, yeah. So this
is a good, right.
And I do think people do want to hear that.
So this is a good, this gives you a good idea of the Inbetweeners audience, because they wanted to just start it with us watching it.
Yeah.
And we were like, well, will people know that that's what we're watching? Because they were just going to show the back of the laptop screen. Apparently, and Ian and Damon went, they'll know from the music.
They'll know from the music. But they said to us, have you boys seen Two Girls, One Cup? And none of us had seen it.
No.
And they were like, right. And this was the height of Two Girls, One Cup, by the way. It was Two Girls, One Cup mania going on.
They were Christmas number one.
Absolutely.
They were turning on the Christmas lights.
No, that was the Cheeky Girls.
That was Cheeky Girls.
I always get those mixed up. So, and they were like, have you seen it? We were like, no, we've not seen it. And they were like, right, do not watch it. And we were like, right, okay, we won't watch it. And we were out of the loop, to be fair. Even though from what I know about it, it's a disgusting...
Such unusual advice to be told, don't watch Two Girls, One Cup.
Yeah, because what they wanted to do was to put a laptop in front of us in the common room in the sixth form of the Inbetweeners, where we sort of start and end pretty much every episode. Like it would, I suppose that's our central perk.
It is a bit,
the common room.
Yes,
and they were like, we want to get you guys, and we're going to film you guys reacting to seeing this for the first time, and that's what's going to go out on television.
Yeah.
And we're like, right, yeah, no, we like the idea of that, because we heard it's like outrageous, like it's really disgusting, yeah. And we were up for it. We were like, yeah, that sounds like a really funny idea.
I was up for anything where I didn't have to act.
Yeah. Yeah.
I honestly thought that sounds easy.
Yeah. And and so that was the plan, and everyone knew about this plan, and it
was the I would say it was the biggest bit of planning that was ever done on the Inbetweeners.
Yeah. That was the thing that was so important. It was so important that we get their natural reactions to Two Girls, One Cup.
Yeah.
So, and it was left to props, wasn't it? It was left to design, to have the laptop, and the video on the laptop ready for us. And they just kept asking, have you got the video ready? Is the video ready to go? And he's like, yeah, 2 minutes. Didn't have the video, like just didn't have the video, like never had it. It was just complete disaster. It was just some porn. And I was like, well, you want me to react to this? Fucking watch this every day of my life. This is nothing. This is boring, mate.
But
we never got to watch it.
Still not watched it?
No, because then I think by the time we started doing that, I think it got like removed from the internet.
They took it down.
I don't think you can, which I think like, how do you get something removed from the internet, by the way? Because that's almost impossible, right?
Well, I guess...
But that video's gone.
I suppose it was probably... I don't know. Was it...
I think it was...
Was it like the Prime Minister? Maybe the Prime Minister got it taken down.
Imagine something being so disgusting that the internet goes, oh...
That's a bit much, yeah.
No, we've gone too far here.
I always think about that. I always think that when I go to a library... And I used to write. I used to go and write in a library near where I lived, and I used to write in the section which was like the books that the library was now selling because they didn't want them in the library anymore.
Old books,
old stock
books.
And I used to think this is the most depressing place to write because, like, if you're a book and a library doesn't want you. Where are you going, really?
It's sort of us, isn't it? That's me and you, mate.
On that shelf.
That's me and you. Do you remember we used to fucking sell DVDs like hotcakes?
I know. HMV.
Yeah, we were everywhere.
That dog.
Now we're sat there on the...
His master's voice.
We're old stock.
We are old. We're remaindered stock, aren't we?
We are.
50 pence. Somebody take it, please.
Even the library doesn't want us.
Even the library doesn't want you.
Oh, well.
But
anyway,
no, but yeah, so yeah, to this day, I've never seen Two Girls, One Cup.
Oh, I feel like we might have to make you watch it now. I think that might.
I've not seen it. I've not seen it, and I feel like it was such a sort of.
Can I actually say I feel like it was the last time the country was truly united.
I think so.
You know, round the water cooler, the whole family round the telly.
Listen, there was
what's on tonight, Mum and Dad? Two Girls, One Cup.
There was points down the pub where like, my mates would be like, "Oh, look, I'll check this out." And I go, "No, I can't watch it. I can't watch it. I cannot watch it
for professional reasons.
I've got to. Like, I'm trying to save my reaction to this video."
It was, I will say, quite sloppy that they didn't have it on the day.
Yeah, it was a bit.
I will say it was fairly sloppy.
But what was great was that,
and I remember that it was a still image of some porn.
Yeah,
and also not particularly. Can I say hardcore pornography?
I wasn't aroused at all whatsoever. I was completely flaccid.
Yeah, it was just like looking at.
I was pancake soft watching this thing. It wasn't doing it. That's not the reaction that I think they wanted.
If you have a completely numb reaction to Two Girls, One Cup, you really have taken things too far. I would say.
Oh, if you're just like,
if you're like,
it's not really doing it for me. It's not. I need a bit more extreme.
Yeah.
But I never got to see Two Girls, One Cup, and I feel like I missed out on a cultural event that happened worldwide.
Yeah.
I genuinely think I would have vomited from what I've been told about what it is. Because I can't do piss or shit or vomit. If I hear someone heaving, it makes me want to be sick. Yeah.
Really?
Well, do you remember when we were fucking doing the Inbetweeners?
I remember that, yeah.
And we were like, oh, you need to pretend.
Oh, they were all for that, yeah. If
you
we
need
were being
to pretend to be sick. You need to pretend to be sick.
Yeah.
So I'd make myself gag, and then I would just be sick.
There was a scene in that tent.
Yeah, that was it.
Well, it just didn't... I'd lost track of who was pretending to be sick and who was actually being sick.
Yeah.
It was really horrible.
There was a bit... I've got a memory of the second Inbetweeners film where we're in the Outback. And I've got to be honest, I don't know if I've dreamt this up or... I've only seen the film once.
Cooked it up.
When we went to the premiere, and that was, I don't know, 15 years ago or whatever.
A while ago, wasn't it? What happened in the 2010s?
I'm looking at an engine and I'm like heaving or something. Is there something going on? Does Jay throw up in the desert? I've got this memory.
An engine?
You know, the car breaks down.
Maybe.
Like, oh.
I don't know.
I remember you
think
pissed
that we'd...
on.
I get pissed on.
Yeah.
It's quite... that was tea.
Just neat tea.
It was neat tea.
Yeah.
And also they hadn't bothered to cool it down very much. So I was like, ow.
To be fair, it might have just been the fucking weather. It was so hot.
It might have just been the weather.
If you'd left a bottle of water outside, it would have boiled. Like...
My God.
The bloke that ran that hotel was frying an egg on a shovel one morning.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
That's where we filmed.
You shouldn't be out in cooking temperature weather.
It's
because we're meat as well. I don't want to be slow.
The whole of the Inbetweeners was either too hot or too cold. It was never. We were never comfortable.
We were never comfortable. No. That's completely true. We were.
Let's film a summer movie during the winter. Right, all right, we'll do that. Yeah. You got to wear shorts and t-shirts and flip flops and things. Like, great. It was like, oh, we got fed up with filming during the winter. We're still going to film during the winter technically, but we're going to be in the southern hemisphere. Yeah. So it's their summer in Australia.
I'm really not a fan of like Earth temperatures overlapping with the lower range of cooking temperatures.
Yeah.
Like that really. They shouldn't overlap.
They shouldn't, should they?
It shouldn't be like, 24 hours in this temperature and you'll be perfectly cooked.
You shouldn't be able to flash fry
I don't want my
steak.
No. I don't want my meat to like fall away from the bone.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
That was unbelievable.
We need to do a podcast, Joe. How long have we been doing this for?
Like 25 minutes or so.
Right, there's a cold open for you.
Yeah.
It's freezing.
Oh,
Hello.
we haven't got a script, haven't we?
It's frigid. Yeah. It's been a while, hasn't it?
Haven't done this
Honestly,
for so long.
It's been so long. I forgot that I had to buy a train ticket to get into London.
I don't think you can blame the podcast for that.
No, I'm not. But it's just that it's been such a while since we've been here. I was just like, I just turned up at the train station. I was just confused a bit. I was like standing by the barrier going, hang on, there was something I used to do to get through this.
It's a good job you correctly remembered.
I did.
You could have remembered, I just smashed my way in.
Joe and James, fact up!
Anyway, welcome to the podcast. Welcome to Joe and James Fact Up. This is the podcast where each week we bring one another a fact we deem interesting. I've not got a fact.
I did. I did mine like.
Oh, you're getting your hair cut.
Walking in. Yeah, I was half an hour late because I got my hair cut.
You weren't half an hour late. Joe was an hour late, right? Joe was an hour late, and it was because I was getting a haircut. We were told by his management that he had an appointment that was that I
didn't know they told you that.
Yeah. They said Joe's had an appointment that's run over, and they said the word appointment that's run over. So we all have to sit there and go, "Oh, doctor." Oh, he's gone to the doctor and it's not good, so we can't sit here and be angry at him. Anyway, he turns up. The first thing I said to him was, so you got your haircut. That was the appointment then, wasn't it?
You didn't see my hair.
Yeah, but
I knew it was going to show. I was looking at it. I was looking at it in the. It's a real sort of like shape up as well. Like it's really like you can see the guy's done stuff that tomorrow morning won't look.
Absolutely. By the end of this evening, it will look a bit older. It was so fresh, and I was like,
it was really bad.
He had a hair appointment. That's why.
Sometimes I turn up somewhere and it's really obvious I've just had a shower, and that's always really embarrassing to me as well.
Why is that?
Because I've just had a shower. But
that's a good thing, isn't it?
No, but if I'm
the opposite. I turn up at places and people are like, you need to.
No, but what I mean is, sometimes they're all vaguely embarrassed if I'm like picking my daughter up from nursery and it's like 11:30 and because she goes from 8:30 to 11:30.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm like. I don't like the idea that they know that I was showering so close to the middle of the day.
That you've basically only just started your day.
I only started my day. Yeah. I have a real thing about like it always feels we're very suspicious of people who get up late, aren't we? Like I think we're like getting up late is really seen as
I do it to myself.
A little bit perverse. Like you're a bit of a wrong. And conversely, if you get up early, people are like, oh, well done.
Yeah,
like, you know, God loves you.
I do it.
Like, and why?
I do it to myself.
I know.
I don't have a 9 to 5.
Yeah,
but I'm like, gotta get up.
Gotta get the day started. We really, really give ourselves a big old pat on the back if we manage to get up early. And I'm like, why?
That's how I thought I'd twisted a bollock because I'd woken up a bit late. So I sprung out of bed.
Yeah.
Have I told you about this?
No.
I thought I'd had testicular
because you
torsion.
sprang out of bed.
No, I woke up and it was about half hour later than when I wanted to wake up.
So because of that, you were like, fucking hell.
No. I was like, in my head, I was like, I'm already losing. I'm already losing I'm already failing.
I sometimes feel an almost paralyzing
so what
sense
I did
of
was
shame just because I fell asleep for longer.
I swung the covers off me, like really dramatically, and swang my legs to the side of the bed and just went like that. And then I had this dull ache for the rest of the day that just kept getting worse. And I was like, I've twisted a bollock. I think I've twisted a bollock. And then I had to call a friend, an emergency. He's my
an emergency friend.
He's my son's friend, dad. He's friends of ours as well. Like we know he's our friend.
Yeah.
We know him because our kids went to school together.
Yeah.
But he's a doctor, and basically what ended up happening was
when you call 999, they don't go, do you want fire, police, or do you want son's friend's dad?
Or gladiators.
Those are the choices.
Basically what happened was I ended up on the couch in my living room with my son's friend's dad checking my balls to make sure I hadn't twisted them.
Sounds like you carefully contrived a situation just to get this handsome fellow.
I've got history of doing that.
You're always doing this.
I've got history. I got the woman. I got the.
You're
I got a female doctor
worried about your balls.
I got a female doctor to look at my bum hole because I thought I had piles when I didn't. He said I hadn't twisted it.
I've done that as well. To be fair, I thought I had. Well, I don't know whether I could say this word, but I thought I had cancer.
Yes.
I thought.
Why can't you say that word?
I don't know. People don't like it, do they? And rightly so.
No, I don't like cancer either, but
no.
The word still exists.
I thought I had anal cancer.
Yeah.
Because I found hemorrhoids for the first time.
Right.
And I spent a long night of the soul, in my hotel room.
Right, in a wheel.
On Google Images, looking at pictures of anal tumours.
Right.
And being like, I just couldn't believe how out of control they are. I just hadn't.
Yeah. The old piles, man.
They don't tell you about that.
The irony is that a few years later I did get piles.
That is
that irony? Anyway, welcome to Joe and James Facts Up. Each week we bring one another a fact.
We define a word.
Each week we bring one another a fact. This is a long one, isn't it? It's going to be a long one.
It's going to be a longer, yeah.
Not done the intro.
Still haven't done
the intro. Our policy is the more interesting.
I've got to go and move the car in a bit.
You do. No, you do. Let me read this bit, and then maybe we'll take.
Which, by the way, cost me £24. 2 hours parking.
24 quid. That's all right.
2 hours, £24 to park.
That comes out of production,
nowhere at all.
Each week we bring one another a fact that we deem interesting, and our policy is the more interesting, the more true it is. We'll also dig into the weird things that you'd like to think are true, but don't want to research yourself in a segment that we're calling Fact Check. So we want you to send in your facts for us. Our email is hello@joeandjamespod.com. Our WhatsApp number is 07822 034 330. Also, if you find any weird videos off the internet, like 2 Girls and 1 Cup, you can send those as well.
I'm expecting lots of links next week.
Oh my God.
And our socials are @JoeandJamesPod, and you can watch all our episodes in full on YouTube. Just search for Joe and James Fact Up. Now let's get Fact Up. Oh, we should do a bit of talking about how you're doing, JT. We should do a bit of...
Yeah, okay.
No,
sorry, I see, yeah. What's funny is I was up for it, because I was like, we haven't actually really spoken about how I am.
No.
And I do think the podcast is mainly about, to check in on me. I feel like the reason you do this is because you're like, it's good for Joe to have a regular kind of get out of the house type thing. Yeah? Is that fair? Yeah.
Careful.
I know. But when you take an old person out and you're like, they just never get hugged anymore. And I feel like you're doing, and so thank you. I know you're too nice to mention it, but I do appreciate it.
I do have quite a big, successful podcast that I do with my wife.
I know. You don't need to do this. I know. And look, and it's nice of
no, I do.
Claire, it's nice of Claire to share you with me as well. Honestly, I mean it. I'm not. Honestly,
Claire would be happy to give me to you.
Oh, well, don't tempt me. Well,
well,
an intriguing.
To new possibilities.
There's nothing in there. I was like, why am I miming this?
I'm having mic problems now as well. What have we got here, Lily, mate? Is this a message from someone called Scott?
Yeah,
is that right?
We've had some responses. Well, this is a response to your call out for people who are inspired by the Inbetweeners.
Oh yeah.
Inspired, yes.
Yes.
I meant professionally.
Yeah.
I meant sort of like if there's any sort of up and coming comedians or sitcoms, and is this going to be like? Oh, I was inspired by the Inbetweeners, so I started having a wank in an old people's home.
Might
be that. Right, okay, so Scott's here.
It's more that.
Scott sent us a WhatsApp message. Not sure if I was to email or if I could send in here. It's already sounding very Inbetweeners, useless, sort of out of his depth. But my name's
Unnecessary
Scott.
Preamble.
Yeah. My name's Scott.
Prior to sending this, I was thinking about sending it and thought I would, and here it is.
My name's Scott, and I heard yous talking about the moments from the Inbetweeners that people copied or tried. My story is embarrassing. So when I went to lose my virginity for the first time, that's usually when you lose it, isn't it? It was with a girl in my year at school. We were 15 years old. The first night, I went to put it in. But I came on a leg before it went in.
Wow.
I went home extremely embarrassed. But I watched the episode of The Inbetweeners that night where Jay says to Simon he should wank before it. And a couple of nights go by and we go again. It's tactical wank. I think
tactical wank.
Yeah. I had a wank in her toilet exactly like the episode. And then the episode basically happened in real life. I couldn't get it up. I started punching my willy.
No, he said he didn't.
Oh, sorry. I didn't start punching my willy, but instead faked a phone call from my mum saying something has happened and I need to be home urgent. I didn't lose my virginity for another year, and the only time she spoke to me after that was when her and her friends were laughing at me in the corridors.
Oh, no.
Thanks, lads. Don't thank us.
No, I mean, I suppose there's a trace of irony in that. Thank you. I suppose. I mean, I'm so sorry about all that. It's I don't think that the tactical wank is meant to be good advice in the show. I think it's meant to be a classic piece of like.
This is the problem with the Inbetweeners.
It's not.
People come up to me and they go, they don't know me personally.
Yeah.
They think I'm Jay from the Inbetweeners, right?
Yeah.
And they go, "You're such a legend. You're my hero." Like I've had loads of people say those words to me. I'm like, don't.
No.
Like. The whole lesson, like every episode, the lesson is at the end of the episode, don't listen to Jay.
Yeah, I would have.
Don't take any advice from Jay. Don't listen to Jay. He talks bollocks. If you can do the opposite of what Jay suggests or says, then you'll be in a better place than
completely.
When you were at the beginning.
And in the episode, it's not as though Simon follows Jay's advice to his great success.
Yeah,
so it's funny. I mean,
Also, like
I have to say, I feel really sorry for Scott that this happened, and I have to say it shows refreshing vulnerability to share this.
Yeah,
it's
it's a funny story though.
It's a funny story, and hats off to you for that. And actually, it takes a bit of bravery to share that. And
Scott, I'm just fucking.
I'm sure the girl didn't mind, and it is a funny story, and the phone call for the mum is funny.
I don't know. Yeah, to be honest,
it's such a hard thing to fake.
At 15 years old, I would have done anything to have come on a girl's leg.
I know, 50. I mean, in a way.
I mean, he's a fucking legend in my eyes for getting that far.
Absolute lad. Yeah.
How the fuck's he managed that?
On the leg, no less.
On the old, wet leg. What?
Wet Leg, anyway. the band.
Yeah, I think that's where they got their name from.
She formed Wet Leg after this.
She did.
And, now they're riding high in the charts.
That girl went on to form Wet Leg.
So it's all, they're laughing at him in the corridors.
Oh, well. Do you know what, man? I just wouldn't. I don't know what it says about me. Like, I'd be like, I just wouldn't be ashamed. I was like, yeah.
I would have, I wasn't
Came on her leg. I would be bragging about it.
Yeah.
At 15.
15?
Scott, you're a ledge, mate.
Honestly, I was still balls deep in Championship Manager at 15. That's what I was doing. Just endless Championship Manager.
I remember, I don't know if this is how uncool I was. I thought my mate's older brother, my mate had an older brother that was a couple of years above us. That's above us, by the way. And
time.
and him and his mates, they were like in year 11 or whatever, and we were like in year 8, year 9.
Yeah.
Him and his mates bunked off school the release day of Championship Manager to go out and buy it. And I was just like, fucking hell, legends. They're so cool. It's like, I'll have to get it at the weekend or something like that.
They bunked off school to buy what is essentially a database that you can interact with a bit.
Brilliant game.
It is a good game.
It's a brilliant game.
Also, haven't played it.
Played it.
No, paid it. I haven't paid it since, I think, probably 2000.
Really? Oh, it's so good. It's Football Manager now. Anyway, I don't want to get bogged down, but
players start getting injured.
Shout out to Miles and the gang. They make a brilliant game.
Yeah.
I've got an email here from Christopher as well, Joe, who says there is an American company trying to bring back underground pipes for delivering stuff dead fast in cities called Pipe Dream Labs. Can I click that?
Yeah, you can. There's a link to it, and it's delivering stuff via dildo tubes. But they're bringing it back.
The dildo tubes are coming back.
Yeah, big time.
What do I do?
Pick up anything in 15 seconds or less.
Right.
They're also using, do you know those little car robots as well that like drive around neighborhoods?
Oh, they got little solar panels on their backs and stuff.
I think they're using those as well.
Oh, look at this. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're going to have to put up a visual for this.
Mm-hmm.
Pipe.
Oh, look, here we go. Here's
pipedreamlabs.co.
He's run out of wine. God, run out of booze.
Yeah, they've got little, what I would describe as mine carts. Drive like in tiny pipes going around the city. I don't know. They're not the dildo tubes.
Not the same.
No, you need to have the phallic pod, and there needs to be sucking. There needs to be some suction.
It is cool though.
It is really cool. It'll never happen. I mean, they're literally called Pipe Dream. They're not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a bit of a Freudian slip there.
So, but good luck.
What's your company called? Pie in the Sky.
Good luck. Right, it is. It's probably time for us to present our facts.
How do I get back to the script?
I just don't have a fact for you, Joe. I just not got one.
This is awful. I was an hour late. You haven't got a fact.
Yeah, I just forgot everything about doing this.
Yeah,
what we do to do this. I forgot to do any prep. I forgot to get a fact.
You have worn a shirt that
I wore a shirt
would appeal to me because of my point about.
Because you said that men dress
as though they're about to do a job of work.
Yeah.
Or I think maybe I've just come from a job of work.
Yeah.
I think that's what. And it's
so
what is
like
that? That's a kind of
American mechanic.
Yeah. So the fact of the matter is, James doesn't have a fact.
It's the time of the show where I would usually present a fact. And I'll be honest, right? It's a fact about Tony.
Famous Tonys.
Famous Tonys
is the theme.
And there are famous Tonys, and I did have a brief little look there. Nothing funny or entertaining.
You've done your homework last minute, and that's okay.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. We've had a great episode so far.
It was a hard one.
May.
It was a hard one.
Off with my head. Is that what happens? I'll get executed now.
Yeah.
Correct.
We'll get in.
So let's go.
Skins.
Let's go to fact check.
Right.
Do you want to do it, Joe? Yeah.
Okay.
It is time to fact check. This is the part of the episode where we will be reading a fact or a question that you'd like us to get to the bottom of. Then we're going to have a good think during the break, and we'll come back and let you know how true it feels to us. Because that's the rule. It's a fact. The more interesting it is. Once again, straight out of Carl Pilkington's playbook.
Yes, it is. Yeah, it is.
If it's very interesting, he just goes with it.
Yeah, that's right. He says something like, "A a bit of guesswork is pretty close to the truth sometimes, or maybe most of the time. I don't know, but yeah, that's his. That's what he thinks.
That's his philosophy.
I suppose
I subscribe to it.
Does it ring true, basically?
Yeah.
We've actually had a listener who submitted a jingle for if it's so fact it hurts, which is a term you coined, James, a few episodes ago.
Don't remember that.
Yeah.
No, well, you've forgotten many things.
Yeah,
but I don't
You've
know.
forgotten the basic format of the show.
Well, new year, new me. So I just completely erased all my thoughts and feelings and memories.
Imagine that. Is that what
And now
Eternal
I'm a
Sunshine of
brand
the
new
Spotless
me.
Mind is about? You can just wipe memories you don't want anymore.
I guess so, yeah.
I haven't watched it, and I don't think there's any way I could. So how can I be expected to
my
know?
alarm's going off. Let me snooze that.
I've
got to collaborate on an Instagram.
Do you want to do that real quick?
No, let's do.
Okay.
Joe, you read this fact.
Right, okay.
Well, do you want me to? This is a mess. Do you want me to play you the jingle that we
yes,
had sent
please.
in?
Yeah.
So fact it hurts.
Yes. So this comes from Mark, and he's created a jingle for if we ever decide if something's so fact it hurts.
Really fact.
This is great.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
200% fact.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
So here we go. This is from Mark.
So fact it hurts.
That's incredible. Does he just not say hurts at the end? It just so fact it and then.
No, he did say hurts.
It does say hurts. I think it's just so sort of melded
There's so much
with
kind
the
of.
music.
There's so much like riding guitar over the top. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Good. Thanks,
I
Mark.
think so.
Your alarm's going off now as well.
My phone's ringing, but
Right, read this fact, and then we can have a break and we can sort out all the other shit that we've got going on.
who's ringing me?
Is that a fire alarm?
It's not. No, it's all right. It'll be fine. Daddy's at work.
This is just XFM. This is just the XFM shows. I don't mind it, but we're leaning into it too much. We're just
we shouldn't
completely ripped off everything.
I know quite a lot of our shows just quoting the XFM show or misquoting.
Go on, go. What's up?
Okay,
right. Who
so
we got
this
a fact
week's
check from?
check comes from Joe. Oh, more irony.
There we go.
Who's asked, is it true that the first high five was actually accidental when two medieval knights tried to swat the same mosquito at the same time? Joe,
this is the worst episode we've done.
They both missed the bug. They both missed the bug, but hit each other's hand and thought it felt triumphant, so kept doing it.
Right, hold off. Let's go to a break and we'll discuss what we've just heard there. Are we back?
We're back. So the fact check was the idea that
it's a brilliant story.
Yeah, two medieval knights tried to swat the same mosquito. I enjoyed this phrasing. They both missed the bug.
They both missed the bug. They hit each other's hand.
They hit each other's hand.
Do you know what, right? When I first read that, I was like, that's fucking stupid. That is absolutely stupid.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be surprised if there is a historical, that it goes back to medieval times, knights.
Yeah.
Germanic. That's all I say on this podcast.
Yeah, I knew this would happen. If you can jump off onto,
I don't think they were trying to swat the same mosquito. Maybe during the Crusades. I suppose.
The thing is, but also, you wouldn't swat a mosquito like against what? Like unless the other hand was there, you're not even swatting it. You're just kind of going. It made more sense if it was saying they were actually trying to high five the mosquito,
right? But
then they accidentally. So maybe the real story is, it's something that.
No, people do. People swat stuff out of the air.
I suppose if it's that high five,
they'd have to be very close as well. Are they on horseback? That's what I've got in my head. They're on horseback.
Yeah.
He says medieval knights. I don't think it's so fact it hurts. But I wouldn't be surprised whether it was a gesture or something that goes further back than you think it would go. The high five.
The high five.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was Greek or Roman.
But the phrase high five feels like a product of like
the
California.
Yeah.
It feels American. I don't know why.
Oh, it definitely is.
It's quite quite laid
We
back.
still struggle with the high five. The high five's never taken off in Britain.
No, it hasn't. No.
I can't tell you. I can't remember a single, unless it was like when my kids were a baby.
I think it's mostly
And I went
something you
high
do with children.
five.
You're like, yeah, you've done your drawing. High five.
Yeah.
And they can't do it either because it's just like,
Yeah, they're pathetic at it, aren't
they
they?
haven't got any bones in their
Little
hands.
idiots. But
Just get better hands.
so
Learn to read.
the high five's never really been adopted by Britain. That's for sure. It's not in our nature.
I don't know.
think we don't high five.
High five each other, do they?
If someone went to high five me, I'd feel very uncomfortable.
I think also it just, if you'd won a big case at the Old Bailey and then you high fived, to me it'd cheapen it.
Yeah. I'd sentence you for that.
Yeah, I'd say, wait a minute.
I'd say,
Come back in. Come back into the dock.
Yeah.
45 years
Yeah.
without the possibility of
45 years for high
parole?
fiving. For high fiving in my
high
courtroom.
fiving in my courtroom. It annoys me.
Now, I don't think that this story is true. What do you think, Joe?
I don't think it's true.
I don't think it is fact.
But it's an I like the way it's. I like the sort of the confabulation of the scenario.
It's a new word for me.
It just means making something up.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's one of those words that you don't really need.
No,
It just means-
it was unnecessary.
Do you want to hear a word that I think is totally unnecessary?
Go on.
Utilize. It just means use. Like, just say use. Like utilizing my weapon, I subdued the. Just say use.
No,
it
but
doesn't mean anything other.
No, I feel like it means use in the most productive way possible. I think there's a difference between use and utilize.
I feel like there'd be another word for that.
Listen, I'm against long words, unnecessarily long words. They make me feel bad about myself.
Doesn't mean anything other than use. And I think people just use it to try and sound clever.
Try and sound clever. All right, we'll get rid of that. We'll get to the bottom.
Not that one in the head.
But yeah, are we saying not fact?
Something about this scenario, these two knights, in a bloody bothered by. I think if you're a knight, you've got a little bit more to worry about than a mosquito. I just think the idea. You've probably got a cannonball coming at you. You wouldn't be like, oh God, what if the mosquito? Especially to be fair, if a mosquito got into a suit of armor, that's
a problem.
That would be unpleasant and could lead to.
Yeah. But and also they've got to have a clear sight of view and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
You get sports people that would get put off. You saw Littler with that wasp.
I didn't see that actually.
You didn't see it?
That I know I'm where he still won, didn't he?
But he couldn't do his darts properly.
No,
Is that what you call it? I'm off to do darts now.
Yeah,
he couldn't do his darts properly with that wasp in his face.
Yeah.
So maybe something like that happened. But I don't think the idea of like these two knights both swatting something at the same time and then just being like, whoa, what was that? What did we just...
yes, I think that's the bit that
Yeah, we should keep doing that.
I don't think that's...
I don't know what that was, but that was... What would we call that?
We couldn't have done that if we tried.
Yeah.
You'd be like, no, surely you've done that before.
What would we do that? What would we call that? Well, I've got 5 digits here off the end of, and we 5
fingers in my mailed.
We raised our hands quite high, didn't we? Is that the discussion that went on?
How many crusades have we been on? 5.
5.
No, I don't know why I've said that. It's ridiculous. To tell you the story about how I
Go on.
You're talking my fascism number 5 story. I feel like I've done this somewhere else.
What?
I wrote my dissertation at university on fascism, and
this is the first I'm hearing about this.
And
you talk about being at university constantly.
Well, I hadn't really done it.
No.
And
yeah, you mentioned that a lot.
Yeah.
How you just did everything in the last 5 minutes or something.
I just hadn't got it together. And
really? Go on, carry on.
I was in the computer room and
on the intranet.
Possibly on the intranet. And it got to like 5 to 4 or something. And I was like, I just got to go to sleep. I can't, this is crazy.
Yeah.
So I went to my bed and I had an hour's sleep. It wasn't sleep. It was a kind of horrible, hallucinatory kind of
fever dreams,
panic tremor.
Yeah.
Then I got back and I was walking back to the computer room, and there was a clock, and I looked at the clock, and I hadn't written the conclusion for my dissertation. It was during that day, and I was like, I don't know, what do I think about fascism? I don't know. Don't ask me, Gav. Against it. I honestly thought I'd be able to go like. Is
that what you put in the thing?
I honestly thought I thought I'd just be able to put like, rubbish, isn't it?
Yeah, no good.
And I saw the clock, and it was 5 o'clock, and I was desperate for this conclusion. I was like, fascism. 5, 5. Fascism 5. Fascism 5. Fascism 5. 5. It's about fives. It's about fives. Fascism is about fives. It's about 5 things. It's something about 5 things coming together.
Joe, I don't know.
And I went back in being like, I've got it. I've cracked it. Gone mad.
I don't know what you got out of your university experience. Because there's a lot of I am genuinely someone that is quite embarrassed about how uneducated they are. And it does make me feel very insecure, and I'm very cliched of that person as like, I wish I'd paid more attention at school.
Okay.
I'd love to go to school now. I'd absolutely love it. They were offering me so much stuff that was just there, like for free.
I regularly dream about being back at. What I would say is that never goes away. Even if you do have education, all you feel is, but somebody else did better.
Right.
Well, if you're me, anyway.
Yeah. Like whenever you talk to me about your university experience, the only thing that I feel like you've got from going to Cambridge is a crippling addiction to coffee. That's the only...
Yeah.
Because you're always telling me about how you basically ran on coffee. And,
yeah.
And that carried on all the way through the Inbetweeners. And, I mean, you're drinking tea now, which is lovely to see, by the way.
Yeah, no, I can't. Because coffee, actually, I realise it makes me really anxious.
Does it? Yeah.
And no, when we did the first series of the Inbetweeners, all I was trying to do was time the caffeine high to coincide with my single.
Yeah.
That's all I was trying to do. I was like, there's no reason why a performance would come out, but the drugs might make... You know in Eastbound and Down, where he goes on the dance floor and just goes, drugs.
I've never seen Eastbound and Down.
Yeah, but basically I was just trying to be like, well, the caffeine will speak for me.
Yeah, you need to time it. Yeah.
I think I never really came down and settled, and never really kind of calmed down. And so I regularly dream about being back there, and then like, you can have another go. And I'm like, oh God, thank you.
No, you can.
You can go. Yeah, you can.
You can.
You can. You say,
I don't think you should or need to. I don't think I don't think it's necessary. But I just feel like you were already had all the ingredients of a bit of a
basket case.
Right?
Yeah.
And I think Cambridge just
brought
it all out on you.
Yeah.
And now you're carrying that with you for the rest of your life.
Yeah. Sort of. Yeah. I know. I can see that.
Oh yeah, fact check.
Good point.
Right, thank you, Lily May. I don't think that 2 medieval knights. I don't think there will be any. That would be impossible to have any kind of historical documentation.
Yeah,
to
we
that,
can't. Yeah.
However,
entire libraries have burned down.
However,
and yet somehow we've got this. Well, no, I mean it might be. I suppose what we'll say is unprovable.
But I will. I'm torn, man. I'm really torn, because usually, you know, all those sort of, like when we talked about the saluting and stuff like that, where it was originally like taken off, but then I feel like the high five would have stayed in the military. Like maybe they're doing it, so they'd still be like trooping the colours and like high fiving each other, things like that. Yeah. Like I feel in some way or another, if it was historic, if it was a historical thing, it would have stayed.
Yes.
Because the military love to hang on to fucking...
They like hanging on to stuff, don't they?
Antiquated...
just a bit.
Pointless traditions.
Just a bit.
I'm gonna just say no, it's not fact. It gets a big old B for bollocks for me.
Ooh, okay. Well, it doesn't.
I love it though. I love the story. I love the thought. I see it in my head. There's 2 knights. They're on horseback. they're going to swat the same mosquito. They accidentally high five and they go,
Yeah.
"Whoa,
Oh, look at that.
dude! What did you just do?"
I wish that there's an innocence to it that
Yeah.
that I, applaud or whatever. But I don't think we can't really say that that's historical fact.
We're going not
Sorry.
fact.
Not a fact.
No,
Not a
but
fact.
Good name though, Joe.
Lily May, have you got anything to help us out with this?
Yeah, I have done a little bit of research. So it's mainly sort of linked to baseball. And there was sort of a sort of accidental celebration of a high five.
Right.
So sort of similar to the Knights in a way, but basically they said they high five by accident, and that's what popularized it. I think there's a guy called Glenn Burke as well who popularized it. But there are sort of no real facts as to where it genuinely started. However, there is history of the low five, which comes from like an African American jazz scene. Basically, I think that's around in the 1960s, maybe before then, and also women's volleyball also may have used the high five before elsewhere, but there's no like factual where the very first one started
And
from.
The low five.
So could the low five have come before? Is the low five a conscious take on the high five, or is it?
Well,
So,
the low
yeah.
five is just like like that. Like so much of like culture of sort of modern day culture has come from sort of jukeboxes and sort of dive bars and juke bars and stuff in sort of Black American sort of 1920s.
Yeah.
That's just sort of spread everywhere. We're all sort of culturally
We've all
appropriating
appropriated it, I
that,
suppose.
haven't we?
Yeah, that's probably true.
Loads of stuff has come from that.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's just treated as kind of like, well, that's just, it's always been there.
Yeah.
But
Some people have also, this is definitely not true, but I thought I would add this in. There is a fabricated tale from the Battle of Hastings involving a Norman archer.
We love
basically
Hastings.
saying he accidentally invented it after hitting King Harold, slapping his hand in celebration.
It's in the Magna Carta. No, not the Magna Carta. The Bayeux Tapestry.
it's in the Bear Tapestry.
Yeah.
Should have seen it.
Yeah.
Should have seen that. It's on loan, isn't it, at the moment?
All right. Sorry. What's his name? Joe. Sorry, Joe. We don't. That doesn't get the stamp.
Sorry.
But a great story.
Yep.
So sort of fact.
Yeah.
Because it was funny and amusing.
Yeah.
Joe. I hope to God that you've got a fact because I turned up without one. That's the one thing I'm supposed to do.
I have got a fact. So this fact was about famous Tonys.
Yeah.
And it was...
Gary,
Have you just come up with a fact now?
No, I've not come up with a fact, but I've come up with with something that I'd want to do. Go on, you do yours.
Famous Tonys. So I was just thinking about
I don't know if we said.
names.
Sorry, I don't know if we said this, but it was because you got confused.
It was because I got confused between Tony Stark and Tony Hawk. I've already forgotten who Tony Stark is again, but
Tony Stark is Iron Man. We
You
told
thought
you
he was
this.
in Game of Thrones.
you kept every time you say it to me. Okay, I know Tony Stark, Game of Thrones, and it's not Game of Thrones either, is it? It's Iron Man. So so I was thinking about names. The name Tony, not a name you particularly hear much for new babies now. I don't know many babies who've been christened Tony.
Anthony?
I don't
AJ?
know.
Anthony Joshua? Tony
Yeah, but I'm
Soprano?
talking about like babies being born now. I don't think that's. I think if we looked at, I'm interested in trends in baby names. Basically,
Shall I agree with you? Just to help you out with your
okay.
fact?
So I was when I say Tony, I think it's more. My parents got a friend called Tony.
A baby Tony. I'm picturing a baby with a moustache.
But yeah,
About to
or
fix your
I
car.
honestly, I think probably now genuinely more common for girls. Toni. I reckon Tonys as girl would now outweigh Tonys for boys.
Right.
And I'm interested, and other names. And so I don't know. It's not the most one like that. Like I heard something about Gary. There's no Garys anymore. I know, if you're having a baby boy, you ain't calling that kid Gary.
No.
I don't know what's happening to
out.
Gary. Like I don't understand. Like, is it just? It was so ubiquitous, and now it's like we just can't. Like
I had about 3 Garys in my year in primary school.
it's gone. It's totally gone.
Yeah.
Like, I thought was there a year? Can we check this, May? Was there a year where no Garys were born? Literally no Garys. Because that's wild.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Tony, so So this is a shit fact as well. You haven't got on mine shit. So the year in which, do you want to know the year in which in the UK in which most boys were Chris and Tony?
Right. Most boys, Chris and Tony in the UK. I think it's very far back in history. Because I feel like it's Italian. I'm thinking Roman Catholic. I'm going before.
I think we might not have had records that
Henry
far back.
VIII.
So did I say modern hit? So 20th century.
20th century.
I don't know about that. We probably just don't know. And also there were less people.
Right. Okay. So 20th century. I feel like there might have been after the 40s. Okay. There might have been a bit of like, because I just think Tony's Italian.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah,
and I think there might after the 40s there might have been a bit like
hang on,
we're not into the Italians that much after they teamed up with that Hitler, which we haven't mentioned so far in the podcast.
mention fascism though. So
then we're back to fascism.
We're back to that. Yeah. So
I'm gonna say 20s.
20s. Okay, so you went the other way. 1965.
No way.
So
what happened in 1965?
Well,
there must have been something culturally...
I'll tell you who was riding high in 1965. Yeah. Mr. Tony Bennett.
Right.
Tony Bennett. And I looked at Tony Bennett. So my fact is basically about Tony Bennett. Basically, he was just a really good bloke. Yeah. He helped liberate a concentration camp. Right. Literally.
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
He went on the Selma to Montgomery march, like the Civil Rights March, and performed. Yeah. Basically just unbelievable person.
Do you know what? Like,
it's not a very good fact, but I thought it's vaguely.
No, it's really good. But do you know
nice
how we're
a nice person
supposed to be actors, right?
Yeah, I've sort of forgotten.
When you hear about those classic Hollywood actors, but they also like served in Japan and stuff, like all of them, like bloody what's his name?
Presley?
No, the other one. The other one from that, Johnny Cash. Johnny Cash was in he was in the Air Force. Presley was in the army at some point.
I imagine it probably helped to put things a bit into perspective as well. If you probably worried about stuff a bit less.
That's the
when
thing.
you were just not being shot at.
Like we'd worry about our little TV show, whether it's good enough or
not. God, what if?
I bet they were just like, I'm just writing a song.
Yeah,
if people like it, great. If they don't,
exactly.
It's not too bad.
It was probably a laudable attitude towards what was essentially like pop culture. Just whatever.
It's not surprising when you hear Tony Bennett was a part of, was there liberating a concentration camp and stuff like that. It's like, they all had proper lives, didn't they? Yeah. And I don't.
Whereas I just pretend to be a schoolboy.
You just had a coffee addiction. You really got into coffee.
I used to drink 2 cafetières in the morning. And then I'd go completely mental. Then I'd go into the bathroom, sort of throw the towels around, and then come back out. Well, literally, I'd bash, bash stuff about a bit.
Right.
Then I'd come out, and Simon Bird would try and coax some writing out of me.
Yeah. See, I'm more aware of this in hindsight.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
Because I just thought it was quite funny how nervous and anxious you were, and I was like, I bet I can really wind him up and.
You could, but to be fair though, you were not. You were actually a kind of welcome.
But I was young. I was a kid.
It was like fighting fire with fire. I was like, actually, at least I prefer this sort of winding up. At least,
it was Route 1. It was literally Route 1. There was that. Have I spoke about the time where I I must have done. It's one of my favourite stories.
What did you do?
Joe was in the distance, sat on a bench. This was while we were filming the Caravan Club episode. Yeah. Joe was outside, sat on a bench, having one of his many breakdowns. So it was like you become desensitized to it. You don't, in my defense.
Yeah, I know. I didn't really.
It doesn't become a thing where you go, "Oh God, is Joe okay?" Because this is happening all the time, right? So, and Joe was in distance, and I was. I did that thing where I looked above him and waved, and Joe turned round and saw that there was no one behind him, and then turned round, and by the time he turned round back at me, I was just giving him the middle finger. And Joe said, "Why would you do that apart from making me want to hate you?"
Yeah, that is probably an overreaction by me, to be fair.
No, but that's fine.
I'm not good with deception. I don't find it charming. Like a sort of charming distraction. I literally feel like the entire fabric of reality is falling apart.
What happens when like a close-up magician?
Well, I know that's a trick, but what I mean is, I hate those card games where you have to pretend that you've got something you haven't got.
Right.
I'm just like, we can't start lying to each other, man. We cannot start lying to each other because it will all fucking fall apart. Like, so much just relies on. Like, I can't check everything. If I go to somebody, what's your name? And they go like, oh, Gavin. I'm like, I just take it as fact. Yeah. They could. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't go. Oh, show me some ID.
You got to turn.
Do I need to?
You've got.
Do I need to ask for ID?
Your brain is like just revving in the red constantly.
Yeah, I know.
You need to just move gears a little bit so that so it comes down.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
There were only 8 babies named Gary in 2023.
That's what I'm saying.
Only 8.
Only 8.
That's nuts.
We've not had a Gary-less year.
Not a Gary-less year, but that
close.
Did it bounce?
Really, like, out of what? How many babies are born in a year in the UK? Do you think
9? I think
9 million
at least.
Yeah. So actually, it was really good.
It was a good year.
There was just hardly any babies. Did it bounce back after 2023?
It's bounced back a little bit.
What's it up to now?
Let me see what 2024 figures. Because there was a big campaign about Gary's.
Right, Katie's sighing. So
sorry, Katie. We'll get on with it now.
Jesus Christ!
Anyway, so basically my fact is
it's still extremely low.
You've done nothing for me.
It's still extremely low,
and my confidence.
Don't sigh.
Joe turned up a bit late today, and there was a bit of an awkward silence. So Katie felt while we were all waiting for you, Joe. So Katie felt like she would fill that silence with telling me that she's my manager, by the way. Yeah. She was telling me she's never watched The Inbetweeners, and when The Inbetweeners came out, she was just like, I hate this. I hate all of this. This is not funny.
That's amazing.
I was like, well, you've picked me up. Thanks. I'm ready to go off and do a podcast now.
I like a strong reaction. It's good.
I don't mind people that don't like The Inbetweeners.
That's fine. You don't have to like.
I agree with them. It's like
there's lots of stuff I don't like.
It's the same with all the critical comments that we get.
Yeah,
they're not like mean. They're not like they don't.
No, they
don't poke at us physically. They genuinely talk about the show.
Yeah,
the comments are like, if they're critical, they're critical about the comments of the show, and you go,
no.
That's right. Should we wrap up, Joe?
Yeah.
Because you've got to move your car.
I've got to go move my car. It's parked.
And then we've got to do another episode. Oh,
no.
Do we have to do it again today?
Yeah. Yes, Joe.
Can't we?
No.
Right.
Oh, this is your fault.
Yeah.
Oh! So horribly accurate.
Anyway, I'll say this just to get us out. We hope you've learned something. I had a nice time. It doesn't necessarily need to have been both. We'll be back next week armed with more facts, chats, and Gary stats. And don't forget that you can get in touch with us if you'd like us to fact check something that feels true for you, or to you, or whatever nonsense you'd like us to tell us. Any information you need to get to us, any message, anything you want us to talk about, anything
Weather
you
warnings.
think. Yeah, anything that you think we'd find funny. Our email is hello@joeandjamespod.com. Our WhatsApp number is 07822 034 330. And follow us on our social medias. We're at Joe and James Podcast, and you can also DM us on that, right? And head to the podcast description if you've already forgotten those details. There we go. That was a podcast.
Oh, I was thin on the ground.
I don't know what that's going to be. I don't know how this is going to sound. I hope you enjoyed it.
On the ground.
Bye. Podcast. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Joe and James, fact up.